So probably the first steps, if you're thinking about a career in banking, a couple things is do your homework. Take a look around. Like I said before, if you're looking in the Charlotte region, there's lots of job opportunities. There's over 20,000 people working at the Wells Fargo Operations Center over on W.T. Harris. If you look over there, if you've driven uptown with your family, you probably have seen 10 or 12 big skyscrapers, all of which have Wells Fargo, Bank of America's names, and about 10 other banks' names on them right now. So understand sort of where you want to go. Think about maybe what you might want to do, but reach out to people, reach out to us, reach out to the other bankers that you may know in the community and figure out where a career may be, something that you might have some interest in. You got to like what you do, right? You got to wake up every morning and like what you do, because you could be better at it. You'll enjoy it. It's not work if you like what you do. So I would urge you to do a little bit more homework, understand how banks fit in. There's lots of different types of banks, whether there's nothing wrong with any type of bank, but there's community banks, there's commercial banks, there's corporate banks, investment banks, there's equity firms, there's international banks, there's lots of different things. And it might be, you might say, really, I really love the international world. I really want to learn about what's going on in China, what's going on in Taiwan. Well, there's opportunity for you to learn that in the banking world. Nikki, what do you think?
Yeah, I would echo everything you sort of covered, and many of the bankers, our colleagues in the market, are involved in civic organizations. So if there's any opportunity for you to get involved in those sort of opportunities so that you connect with those folks and stay close to how things are changing and molding and what you should be investing your time in, would certainly encourage you to get involved in those types of organizations, whether it be Rotary or whether it be the Gas and Business Association here, and would certainly encourage you to continue to educate yourself, whether that is a webinar or seminar, or whether that's sitting in a classroom. Just continue to stay in front of what the next greatest and latest technology is.
Let's be honest, you're our future leaders, right? You're going to be running everything here in the next 5-10 years. And we want you to do well. We want you to be smart. We want you to challenge the system. We want it to be better, right? You want to leave it better than you got it. And there's opportunity all over the place for you to grow. And if you don't have the opportunity, you might thinking about who else is in the community that might be a mentor for you as well. Thinking about, okay, this person's had a good career path, and how can I emulate that? How can I be part of that? Or maybe this isn't what I want to do. But the good news is right now you're busy being students, you're busy growing, right? And you keep doing what you're doing, keep staying focused, and the opportunities are going to present themselves. Try everything, and you'll figure out what you're going to like. So if you're thinking about maybe going through school your first and second year, banks have various levels of internships. There's lots of opportunity to get involved. You ought to be thinking about talking to your guidance counselors and talking about, okay, where's the opportunity present itself? Go to some of these bigger bank websites. The bigger banks have a more robust intern program. An example would be a bank like a PNC in the market would have 10,000 kids that would interview for the internship. They'd bring in 2,000 of them after the interviews on an annual basis and end up hiring 235 to 300 of them at the end of the year for full-time positions. So after they worked on projects. So there's opportunity to figure that out. There's opportunity to do multiple years at internship in multiple different banks to see what you like and what culture. Every bank has its own unique culture. So you need to figure out if it's a fit. And now's the time. You're sort of taking the bank for a test drive, right? So you're thinking about your first job in the banking world. Have you done your homework? Have you looked at the bank? Have you gone to their website? Have you checked out LinkedIn to see who you're meeting with? What's their experience? How are they connected in the community? What is the corporate responsibility? What's the model of that organization? Most banks today have a responsibility, and they've got an agenda sort of where they want the organization to go, whether it's homelessness or literacy for kids 0 to 5, or there's lots of different places to understand. So understand who you're meeting with, why you're meeting with them. Come prepared, come 10 minutes early, come ready to discuss, come with a binder, make eye contact. Yes, ma'am, no, sir. However that is, be ready to be good corporate citizens, because banks want to hire people that are respectful, because they know those folks will be respectful to their customers. So this year is 31 years in banking for me. And when I was going through college, I took a job as a part-time teller at a small thrift in downtown Cleveland. So I would go into the bank at 5 in the morning and I would count cash for 3 hours straight. I would count cash and count it twice, and I'd count millions of dollars. In the old days, nobody had debit cards. And it seemed pretty boring, right? It seemed very monotonous. But then when the bank opened at 9 o'clock, I saw us helping people. That's why I got into this, is to help people. That's the fun part of the job. When you see someone, you're helping somebody with their dreams build a business, or helping someone get a car loan. Think about that, because there's a meaning behind the job that you have. Whatever you do, there should be meaning behind what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.